So, over 2.7 billion people globally have some kind of visual impairment. That's a lot of people, right? It really is. I mean, thinking about that, it's staggering. And yet most restaurants still rely on printed menus.
Which is honestly kind of unbelievable. For so many people, just ordering a meal out becomes this unnecessary challenge.
Yeah, and I've been there. I remember this one time I walked into this new place. It was, a really lively spot, smelled amazing, but they handed me this printed menu, nothing else. I felt so stuck. I didn't want to cause a scene, but I had no idea what to order.
That's gotta be frustrating. Did you end up asking for help?
Well, yeah, eventually. But you see, it wasn't easy. I mean, I had to ask the server to read the entire menu, which is embarrassing. It makes you feel like you're being a burden, you know?
And that's exactly why this is such a big deal. Stuff like that shouldn't happen.
No, it really shouldn't. No one should feel unwelcome just because they can't access a basic menu. I don't think people realize how much of a barrier it really is.
Absolutely. I mean, isn't dining out supposed to feel inclusive, like a simple pleasure everyone can enjoy?
Exactly. But when the menu itself becomes the obstacle, it just takes all of that away.
And that's why we have to push for change, right? Right. So, with all that in mind, the question becomes, what can we do about it? And honestly, there are some really cool solutions out there already. For example, digital menus that work seamlessly with screen readers like VoiceOver on iPhones or TalkBack on Androids are a total game changer for visually impaired diners. They can completely transform the experience.
It really does. With those features, people can finally access the same menu as everyone else without extra help. It's a huge, huge step toward independence.
Definitely. And there are tactile menus, like ones with braille or raised text. That's another fantastic option for accessibility.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just being able to run your fingers over the text and having that information right there, it's empowering.
And what about QR codes linking to audio menus? Those are becoming more common. It's like tech is finally catching up to what people actually need.
Yeah, not to mention training restaurant staff to describe dishes properly could make a big difference. It doesn't take much, but it shows that they care.
For sure. You know what's funny? My daughter Amber helped a visually impaired relative order at a local cafe using her smartphone. She scanned the menu with an app, and it was like, suddenly all those options were just there. Kind of amazing, really.
That's amazing. And isn't it incredible how one small tool can open up so much?
It really is. But I also feel like restaurants could do a better job of pointing out these features, let people know what's available, right?
Right. Some places are already doing a fantastic job, but we're still a long way from making this the standard.
Totally. And hey, if tech and training can make dining out more inclusive, then why aren't more restaurants jumping on board? If more restaurants made an effort to highlight these features, I think it could really change things. But here's the big question. How do we advocate for that? How do we get more people involved in seeing the importance of inclusivity in dining?
Exactly. I mean, change doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with small actions. Speaking up when you notice a lack of accessible options, sharing your experiences, that's where it all begins.
Absolutely. And feedback matters. Restaurants need to hear how these changes could make a real difference, not just for individuals, but for their business too. Accessibility really does attract a wider audience.
And it's not just theoretical. There's this bistro in Chicago that implemented QR coded audio menus and some braille options, and they saw an increase in loyal customers. People really notice when businesses make an effort.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's something we can all celebrate, right? These changes aren't just for the visually impaired, parents with kids, people with reading difficulties, they all benefit too.
Absolutely. It's really about creating spaces where everyone feels welcome. And campaigns like this one can amplify those stories, show people what's possible.
Right. Workshops, social media, even just simple conversations, they all help spread the word. We just need to keep pulling more people into this movement.
And it's something anyone can join. So if you're listening right now, don't underestimate your voice. Start a conversation at your local restaurant. Post about it online. Share what inclusive dining could look like.
Exactly. And hey, we'd love to hear from you too. If you've got stories, ideas, or even some struggles you've faced, reach out to us. We're all in this together, after all.
That's right. And it's like we've been saying all along, accessibility isn't a privilege, it's a right. Together, we can make dining out a truly inclusive experience for everyone.
So, on that note, thank you for tuning in today. Let's keep this conversation going and work together for change.
And that's all for today. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Robert, I strongly encourage you to contact your local restaurants and inquire if they offer accessible menus in large print and braille. It's important to know whether they provide accessible options to all diners. I'm confident you will discover some great choices available. Robert, please let us know what you discover. Also, please leave us a review.